Our word for today on this memorial of St. Martin of Tours, Bishop, November the 11th, this Monday, November the 11th. Our words for today, religious truth. And here to talk about it, Father Mark Davis. Father, I want to tell you, I was in your old stomping grounds of Sandusky. And
Wonderful.
People came, I had not just one, I had several people come up and tell me how funny they thought morning offering was. And for each and every one of them who said it, they actually told one of your jokes. So it's like, we have a whole day set aside for jokes. And Father Mark comes in and tells one. But I'm telling you, every single one of them quoted one of your jokes. So I'm thinking, okay, very good. Good morning,
that is
Father
hilarious.
Mark.
Hey, David,
and
how
they love
are you?
There, by the way.
I loved. Oh my gosh, that was my first assignment.
Yeah, they remember you well.
It was at St. Peter and Paul.
So
religious truth, obviously I have stories today, but a couple little preliminary remarks. So religious truth. Interesting that Newt Rockney story of being married there, that was oral tradition. Everyone knew that around the parish, and a lot of us knew it around the town. Interesting. Then it was finally made a placard. It's beautiful. Yeah. You said in 2008, I left in 2000, but here's an example, religious truth, of something that people kind of knew and talked about, but it wasn't that well known, but it was kind of known, but then it became external, right? It became official. That reminds me of Pope Francis and all the popes making official saints and going through the canonization process. There's people, the holiness of these people, like the ones you honored today, Ron. That I had never heard of that saint, but I'm sure the people in that country and that area did. And then now it's external. That's one of the reasons why we make saints, is because then something that is local can then become official, so more people can be inspired by it.
Amen.
And so another level of religious truth, I've been reading Father Ron Rolheiser's book on the Eucharist with a book club that I'm in, and it's really interesting. He talks about the Eucharist being a kiss, being like a hug, like it's not words. Sometimes for people, especially children, we need something nonverbal like a hug and an embrace more than we need more words. And he talks about the Eucharist and adoration being like a hug and a kiss of just an embrace. So I would like to invite everyone to St. Pat's of Heatherdowns tonight at 7 for our Evening with Jesus. Music is fabulous. There's always a really inspirational short witness talk from one of our parishioners, and we also have adoration all day today. If you're by St. Pat's at Heatherdowns, just stop in and say hello and get a hug from Jesus.
7 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock. So religious truth. So what do you get if you ask a politician to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Silence.
Three different answers.
Say that again. You got to start that from the beginning.
So what do you get if you ask a politician to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Three different answers.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
So now,
my goodness.
But see, then now there's a story about a politician who decided to really tell people the truth. So someone asked him, after a crisis gripped the state, "Mr. Politician, how do you intend to solve this crisis?" "Honestly, I don't know. This is a very complex situation with so many moving parts that it's far beyond the understanding of any one person or even a small group. I don't know what I'm going to do because it'll take a group of experts specifically versed in this field years to figure out what the correct solution is. Unfortunately, even if I knew what the answer was right now, if it involves any real change at all, there's so many hoops that I'd have to jump through that I got to the end, it wouldn't be a real solution anymore." There was a long pause, and then the reporter said, "So what you're saying is you're incompetent and we should vote you out of office." Because people don't want the truth.
No.
And the reason why the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is three different answers is because oftentimes if you're in a leadership position, that you have to be able to tell people what they want to hear, because people are not really, they just want you to fix it. You know, they don't really want to be able to take part of it and be part of a solution, because everybody wants their answers and their way. And that's why religious truth is, which is today's word. And thank you very much for giving me 2 words. I need 2 words.
You've been deprived lately.
You know, that's why religious truth is often so countercultural, is because we are so stuck in our own way. And Jesus and God call us to a bigger way of thinking. So Deacon Dave Carpanti, in his homily yesterday about the widow's mite, he said that a practice he used to do was to be able, when he was with people that had been away from the church or don't have many faith, he would ask them to pray for him, because he wanted to give them the gift of praying for him and to be able to exercise those muscles of prayer. And so, friends, let us give the gift of letting someone give to us today, to ask for their prayers, to be able to ask for their help, and think of ways to empower people to use the Spirit of God in them, because it's a religious truth. When you give, you receive. So let us ask people to give to us today. God bless you.
What a great lesson.